Throughout our lives, we humans experience a wide range of emotions, one of which is fear. But what is fear, the emotion that some crave and others detest, and what's happening in our brains when we experience it? Fear is a generally unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain, or a threat. It is the result of a stimulus and causes widening of the eyes, release of adrenaline, pupil dilation, increased respiration, and skin perspiration. There are three main theories of emotion that psychologists have used to explain fear and how people experience it. To understand these theories, we must first look at an example of someone experiencing fear. The following clip shows a young Jenny running away in fear from her drunken father and pulling a young Forrest Gump behind.
Come to school today. Shh. Dad is taking a nap. Come on.
Hey! Where'd you run to? You better get back here, girl. Where's you at?
When someone, like Jenny, first encounters dangerous stimulus, their ears and eyes transmit basic sensory info to the thalamus. From here, the information is sent by the thalamus along two different paths. The unconscious pathway, or low road, quickly transmits sensory information to the amygdala and causes the motor cortex to react almost automatically to the stimulus. This causes a commonly known fight or flight response that Jenny experiences in the clip. The conscious pathway, also known as the high road, takes a longer time to transfer sensory information from the thalamus to the frontal lobe of the cerebral cortex. Here, information is logically processed before being relayed to the amygdala to execute an emotional response and stimulate movement. The James Lange theory would explain Jenny's reaction by saying that she felt the symptoms of fear, such as skin perspiration and increased adrenaline, and then experienced the feeling of fear. The Cannon-Bard theory would say that Jenny felt the emotion of fear and the arousal effects, such as a quickly beating heart, at the same time. The Schachter-Singer two-factor theory would say that Jenny experienced the arousal effects such as pupil dilation and increased respiration while cognitively labeling the experience as being afraid. She would then experience fear. In summation, think about the last time you scared someone, whether by accident or on purpose. You may have jumped out at them or just have been standing somewhere where they couldn't originally see you. During their initial surprise, they might have jumped or shouted. This reaction would have been caused by sensory information stimulating the motor cortex by traveling directly from the thalamus to the amygdala along the low road. However, once the sensory information traveled from the thalamus to the frontal lobe of the cerebral cortex, the person relaxed because their frontal lobe processed the sensory information and realized that the stimulus, or you, posed no actual danger. Emotions themselves are a mix of psychological arousal, expressive behaviors, and consciously experienced thoughts. Different patterns of these make up the James Lange, Cannon-Bard, and two-factor theories. Perhaps one day, new theories will be created based around these same principles.